There's nothing in the priestly mien of Father Henry Hugg of San Antonio that hints of the strong arm of the law. But therein lies the story of the Lone Star Padre. For when the beloved mentor of St. Agnes Parish decided to do something about hoodlums in his parish, he received immediate cooperation from the constable's office in the person of the constable herself, Mrs. S.M. Meeks. Lady Constable and Priest Deputy, it's truly stranger than fiction. Father Hugg took the oath and went to work. And today, the results of his one-man campaign to oust hoodlumism from his parish are plain to be seen. He's a strapping six-footer who was born and reared in Texas, where men have long kept their faith the six-shooter way. When the power of the law and the Lord join forces, the world soon becomes a safe and decent place for those who wish to live in peace and faith. As Father Hugg so aptly puts it, as the devil hates holy water, the crook hates authority. You can just bet that the kids of the parish worship the man as well as the good works he preaches. He doesn't need the gun. He's never used it. It packs a psychological wallop far stronger than any explosive ever invented. There are 1,400 children at school here who are of God and man, Dre. 15 years ago, Mrs. Anna Calza of Philadelphia bought an expensive hat of feathers. While crossing the ocean, the hat fell apart in the moist air. That experience led her to start her own shop where she and her helpers make feathered hats that don't fall apart under any circumstances. It took time to develop new techniques. It took time to find the right feathers. Mrs. Calza searched Europe for the feathers and the chic designs. George Calza, her husband, used to be a professional wrestler. Today, he wrestles with special dyes and solutions that lend wings to hopes of success. No songbird ever feathered its nest with more talent and ingenuity than does Mrs. Calza fashion and devise her novel creations, all of which are made without glue and which are waterproofed to withstand any climatic conditions. She never forgot that trip on the ocean, nor does she forget that a pretty hat and a pretty face, well, you fellas be the judge of that. Hollywood stars send her shoes, gloves, even jewelry to be matched. And here she's at work on an assignment that will make some lassie right in style from tip to toe. The feathers are curled. I wonder if the lady has curly hair. Here are 3 very excellent reasons why birds of a feather get together. The feathers came from France, Italy, China, and Hungary, which should give m'lady that international touch that's quite in style these days of UNO, UNRWA, and world peace. Just between us men, I think this one's top. When they call the roll of war heroes in that Valhalla where dwell the young men of courage and devotion to their country, Stonewall Stony Markley will step forward. Stony loved life and he loved his country. He enlisted soon after Pearl Harbor, shot down 3 Zeros, lost a leg during an air raid in Australia, came back to San Antonio, still imbued with the desire to do his share. At the arsenal where Stony worked, he smiled at fate and displayed the same devotion to duty which marked his career as an Army Air Force gunner. Here, he built the aerial guns that other young Americans might blast the common enemy of all young Americans. His story carries a message of hope and cheer to all of us. A fella may be down, but he's never out. His faith, his intestinal fortitude are a source of pride to all who worked with him, and to all his friends who remembered that before he went off to war, Stony was the champion hepcat of them all. At first, Stony resigned himself to a role of onlooker, but his Texas brand of courage overcame his shyness and his doubts. It was a proud moment for all his many friends when Stony went into his dance. If you've tried this on 2 legs, you know how difficult it was for Stony Markley. It took a lot of practice and a lot of that thing called determination and guts. Stoney's dead now, but his winning smile and his indomitable tenacity and determination will live on forever. Stoney Markley, American.